actually, what is phenomenal about her, she'd been on the Hot 100 single charts for 87 weeks with her number ones. 87 weeks.
That's
so she's the, she's the only
Wow.
female that has done that in history. Phenomenal, isn't it?
So whatever females come close to, I'm thinking that's quite
well.
decent stats.
The females, there's no other female that has come close to her in terms of productivity, because Barbara Streisand, Rita Franklin, Madonna, they have not had the monster hits at that level consistently with that, because each of Mariah Carey's albums don't do double platinum and above. They do not do 1 million, they do double platinum and above on average.
How many albums she's got out?
Affinity Extra, be extra.
Yes, my people, this is Roger Moore here, and Affinity Extra. We're here to celebrate gospel music of black origin. As you can hear, we are via Zoom with Kevin Tomlin. Looks like a bit of interference going on his side, but on our side, whichever way it is. But listen, we're here to talk about the young lady, which no one thinks is black, who is an artist who sings amazingly. We talked about her in our last show concerning her amazing music track, amazing Christmas track, yeah. And now we're here to go in more detail about her career in general and what she got up to, and that's Mariah Carey. Now everybody wants to sing that, like the 5 octave singing skills anyway, so that she has anyway. So yeah. But the crazy thing is what impact did she make for black music, or black music, or you know what I mean, music of black origin? What impact did she did? She made a massive impact, and there's lessons to be learned out there when it comes to her artistry. And we have the historian Kevin Tomlin, who's just writing book after book after book after book after book after book. He's just finished off his 3rd book. I know he's got out there on Amazon. We check out the description in the link. And also, guys, do check it out. He's got more books coming out hopefully this year in 2022 as well. So yeah, so we salute you for that, Kevin. And Kevin, can you kick us off with the Mariah talk and give us an idea? We touched base about it last time in our last episode about Mariah Carey and her music, but now let's go into it, bro.
Oh, Mariah Carey is quite a very interesting artist. Her first number ones, first starting her career, was 1990 with Vision of Love and Love Takes Time. Okay. Now, this is quite fascinating that Vision of Love was number 1 on the Hot 100 single charts for 4 weeks. Okay. Of course, that was her first million seller. The album as well did about sort of 8 million copies approximately in that region. So
okay,
she became a mega superstar in the continental United States with the first release. Okay. So, and most of her materials she co-wrote, or she writes, you know. So that means she instantly was involved in the whole creative process, more or less, from the beginning of her career. Although her husband then had a lot of hands-on, but he became sort of a bit challenging for her. Well, that's another story. But then again, but at the same time, he was the one who actually signed her to the deal. At Columbia Records. There was a bit,
but there was a hint at the time that she kind of married him to get more access to things and to control and have a better deal.
It could be the critics. Everybody has their version. I've learnt one thing, that if I was to follow every opinion of some people, I probably wouldn't get out of bed, actually. So I don't really. Okay. Well, you know, the brother was smart enough to sign her regardless, and the rest is history. So whether it could be the opposite direction. But Mariah had a very excellent voice in any case, and she was quite. She was very good, a very good recording artist. Now, this is interesting going forward. She's the only solo artist in American recorded history to have 19 Hot 100 Billboard Hot 100 hit singles in history.
The
only solo artist in the history of American, in terms of collecting data with Billboard, that has so much. 19.
Wow. 19?
Yes, 19 Hot 100 number ones in the continental United States.
Wow.
And this one, that has come about with our favorite Christmas track, All I Want for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Which All I Want for Christmas has done 1 billion streams. 1 billion streams in continental United States. 1 billion. That's quite a phenomenal amount.
That's taking the mic, man.
Yes, it was number one. The first time it went number one was the 21st of December, 2019. And it's always been, from since then, it's been going back to the number one since then, actually.
Bro, imagine, bro, yeah. I know people moan about your cuts and your shares from Spotify each play, yeah. Just imagine if it was just half a cent from each 1 billion there. You're talking about, bro, like, you know what I mean?
Yes,
a billion, half a cent. You know what I mean, guys? That's a lot of money. A billion cents. You know what I mean? It's not too bad at making it.
Well, actually, that could keep you going for the rest of your life. Actually,
mate, you can get might just donate one Christmas for me.
Yes, and
that'd be good.
This is interesting. In that, what is phenomenal about her? She'd been on the Hot 100 single charts for 87 weeks with her number ones. 87 weeks. So she's the only female. She's the only female that has done that in history. Phenomenal, isn't it?
So whatever females come close to, I'm thinking that's quite
well. The females. There's no other female that has come close to her in terms of productivity, because Barbara Streisand, Rita Franklin, Madonna, they have not had the monster hits at that level consistently with that, because each of Mariah Carey's albums don't do double platinum and above. They do not do 1 million. They do double platinum and above on average.
How many albums she's got out?
I've lost count. There's so many studio albums. Because remember, she's had number ones in 4 consecutive decades. Over 4 decades, she's had number ones.
Because listen,
bro.
Yeah.
Madonna hasn't done that yet. She's done it.
This is what I'm saying. I'm just checking out stats, guys. By the way, we're doing some live things here, and we're doing a live study.
Just check the stats. 87 weeks.
Oh my goodness sake, bro. I have to say that I've just, guys, obviously, I'm not really an expert in the world of music that's not gospel music. And I must admit, I just remember Mariah Carey from Dream Lover and, Come Rescue Me, did it? It's all them tunes from back in the day. But I'm just looking at her discography. Bro. She bought her album in 1990, Mariah Carey, 91 Emotions, 93 Music Box, Merry Christmas 94, Daydream 95, Butterfly 97, Rainbow 99, Glitter 2001.
Okay,
Charm of Races.
The Rainbow, the Merry Christmas was her 4th studio album.
Yeah.
And it had 2 singles that come out on it, right? But eventually, but the one to do with All I Want for Christmas Is You was not actually officially a single. It was just an album cut.
Yeah.
But eventually it became a standard album. It became a single, and officially around 2019, it was
because it wasn't released proper.
Released.
It wasn't really released proper. It's just a little fun track, you know what I mean? And it blew up.
And what happened? It became the anthem. It became an anthem for the decade. And remember, what is interesting as well is that that single has done about 8 weeks at #1 in total from the time it was released in 2019. It's done about 8 weeks at #1 each time it's repeated, the accumulation of the weeks. And this is it's the #1 that entered 2022. It enters 20, and it knocked Adele #1 off the charts. When it came on present, Adele single had to bow out.
Yeah. No, most definitely. Listen, man. Listen.
You gotta understand.
This girl's serious, guys. I'm just checking out her resume. It's ridiculous.
The woman is now the queen of Christmas anthem. She's actually the queen. She's the ruling queen.
She's the ruling queen, but the ruler.
She has been.
There's no king there.
Yeah. She actually. Oh yeah, she's a total ruler. Yeah. She's been #1 in Australia with that single on 4 years in succession. 4 years, bro. She's been #1 in Australia with that single. Hello,
bro. This is what I'm talking about, bro. This is the power.
Bro,
this is the power.
Bro.
I know. Let me just.
Remember, it's originally it's a track that she wrote.
Yeah,
as far as I know, she wrote the track, so she's getting royalties from the movement of the track. She's getting royalties from the actual creation that she wrote. She's getting royalties and points from production. She's a total creative entity.
But bro,
she's an institution.
This is what confuses me, bro. Yeah, with the UK scene and our expectations and what dulls us and stops us from being successful is, again, I'll go back to this, guys, man. It's straight up work rate. Yeah, because when I'm looking at this now, bro, and I'm looking at the albums, she's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 albums, and every artist that we see break records, bro, have to be producing and I have to be working. Bob Marley had a very brief time with us, but he's got albums before you even knew Bob Marley was around the scene. Bob Marley had albums going out, and I have to reiterate, and I've said to people this as well, we have to recognize that music that has been highly influenced or foundation work is in black music, is the #1 in this world. And black people, we need to realize, and the industry in the UK when it comes to Christian music needs to realize that if you want to be successful, which the Americans realized in the 50s and the 60s, realize that these guys are gonna sell us records. We need to stop holding them back and let them go forth and sell and take the scene. Even though we found it hard at times in America, that's where it is now. In the UK, I'm looking in the UK, it's about time we break these records. We're seeing it within the secular scene slowly happening now with the rappers and the young UK rap sound and whatsoever. My question is, when I see it in the gospel scene, we've seen there's almost a denial to say that this sound can break barriers. If we release, and on top of that, the people who narrate our sound, we cannot be successful. We cannot be successful as an artist just behind one album and think we just made it. Yeah, we need to be. You can make a top album, don't get it twisted, amazing album, but what you do with it, you have to continue release. The fulcrum's right there, guys. You know what I mean? I'm thinking Whitney Houston's bigger than this girl. I'm thinking Madonna's bigger than this girl. But when I look carefully, Mariah Carey is Mariah Carey, man.
Mariah Carey is probably sold more singles than Barbra Streisand and all of them put together, because remember, this is the biggest selling single of all time. 10 million copies worth of a single in the continental US. We're just talking about one music market, which is the biggest at the present time, right? It's gone 10 million copies.
Bro, mad.
That is diamond sales level. That's iconic. Because when a recording becomes iconic, it's a cultural move. It creates a cultural move. It creates a cultural awakening.
Yeah, man.
All I Want for Christmas now is a standard requirement for Christmas. It's a standard globally.
But I don't think artists even bother with Christmas number ones, man, mate. Before, when I was the joke is, Kevin, yeah. When I was younger, before Mariah Carey mashed up the scene. Every year people would try and do a Christmas number one. Everybody would try and do a Christmas number one. Different groups would be trying to be number one. Then Mariah Carey comes up with its number one, which embraces all cultures, embraces all the playfulness, the poppiness, the R&B, the vibe, the singularity of it.
Slap, everything.
Haven't it's done the dance? Done. You know what I mean? There's nobody else can beat that, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen Cliff Richards try a thing. I seen everybody try a thing, and it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying?
But remember this, which is fascinating. She's so successful that she started to do a residency at the Beacon Theatre in New York. That means you go in and do a residency there to cater for the demands. So there are live filming session to see her acting this and all the theoretical arrangement and design to so on to fit that.
That's crazy.
Actual presentation. Now, she started that in 2014. She also did residency, did it at Madison Square Garden as well, which is a very major landmark entertainment venue.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. That was during 2019 when she hit number one with that single, Finally. It was just pushing, and eventually it smashed. And from that, it became a major. It started 2019, the last year for that decade, and then it's gone into 2020, and then it's gone into 21, then it's gone into 22. And then by the end of I can guarantee the end of 2022, it will probably be number one again, because it's now part of. Oh, and also she's created cookies. So in a coincidence for the seasonal marketing, cookies and drink, and
not bad,
and things to do with Burger King. She's everything, or Burger or McDonald's, one of the two. So she had these Christmas everything going on relating to that. That means she probably end up doing fashion accessories and so forth. So it's now become a full merchandise brand.
Bro, and you know what's scary, bro? Like I said, man, Mariah Carey, you know, I have to salute you, because like I said, I just saw her as a great singer. I just thought she just released a couple albums and that's it. And my friend, she's an absolute fan of Mariah Carey. You know, I mean, absolutely fan. Obviously, she got absolutely amazing classics from back in the day. But the thing is, to see her work rate in the industry, you know, people to see her and laugh at her. But the reality show is she's been releasing music from 1990 all the way to 2018. You could say, you know, over the period, she was like releasing an album literally every year. She's released out an album. That's amazing, bro. You know, absolutely amazing.
I think about all the broken relationships. She had broken relationship. The thing about it is that I'm very careful now, as I get older, to really be critical about people in the relationship, because a lot of ugly things happen behind closed door. And for her to actually be productive amidst of raising a daughter and so on and so forth, it's tough. And she has to have a very understanding and caring entourage to actually do what she does. And for her to actually pull off such a phenomenal, she's now a textbook study, actually. How can this lady from a broken family, broken relationship with mum and dad, they separate, whatever, can actually, what fueled this woman to actually do what she does? What fuels her is the psychology, the emotion, and to actually understand what is a core value in this ever-changing environment in which we live, constantly changing, but yet she has now become another iconic phenomenon, like the Michael Jackson. She is a phenomenon. She is a superstar. She's a megastar. Because for you to actually do what you do, you're in the megastar.
That's crazy.
You're in the megastar realm. She's in the megastar. She's no longer looked upon as a fading, a passing entity. She is present and she's ever present.
No, 100%. And the thing is, also, guys, we've touched base, and we have to realize that behind her over a number of time as well was the likes of Babyface, L.A. Reid. These guys were there, roundabout and supporting her production.
Because L.A. Reid resurrect her career. She went to a little slump, and he's a genius in terms of corporate. He's a genius corporate executive.
Yeah, man.
Especially he's learned from the Godfather of entertainment, and all these people who he rub shoulder with, and he understand that. And so in that he inputs that into the Rihanna's and so on. So you see, if you think about the old Rihanna's, every one of these guys, like L.A. Reid and so on, and Jay-Z, they all, when they get behind these sisters and brothers, their career excels because they put them in and connect them with the right people. And actually they're masters at studying how to create a brand and a creative entity that becomes a part of the old psychology and emotions and the mindset of the people.
Come on.
So they in actual fact, Mariah Carey is a cultural leader. She's he's almost a cultural indicator.
Crazy, bro.
Does that make sense?
Makes total sense. Yeah, bro. Makes sense. I'm looking at also, and I think something that we don't recognize, and I've said it before, and I think in our conversations, is that one thing that we do miss out on is soundtracks, film tracks, being filmography, and she's been her music has been involved with The Bachelor, Glitter, The Wise Girls, Death of a Dynasty, State Property 2. You've got The Butler, Precious, a Christmas medley. You know what I'm saying? The Lego Batman movie, Girls Trip, The Star. You know what I'm saying? So you got all these movies and more. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee. You don't mess with Zoan. So you got all these things. If people think, they're only small fry stuff, but being part of these things is an income stream. Remember.
With these different movies, part of the soundtrack, and also if there's a corporate branding situation where they use tracks for corporate branding and advertisement, remember that most of the tracks she actually writes or coach, she actually singly write them as a solo writer or co-author them.
Yeah.
So she's getting residual income from every quarter, name it. She's a whole branding is involved in everything.
Amazing.
So she's part of the psyche of the culture globally.
Wow. And
but Mariah Carey is definitely going to be synonymous like Michael Jackson. Who she is. You name her, somebody has heard something about her. They might not know her tracks, but they've heard something about her, right? So that means you are actually a household name now. Zing Zong, yeah.
Wow.
Whether you're in church or not.
Jeez.
Now notice, whether you're in church or not, you know something about whether you're a heavy metal fan.
Yeah,
or
but
you know
the anthem,
a jazz fan.
Yeah,
you know something about her. You know that anthem.
Crazy,
right?
Bro. Crazy. And I think, and guys, as you're listening to two guys talking about Mariah Carey, thinking, what on earth is that got to do with our history of black music? I think it has a major part to. Of course,
the rudiments of it. It's come from black music. The rudiments.
Yeah.
Let us look. When I say people, I do written analysis regarding music of black origin. I don't apologize for that because everything comes from that. Practically everything, the whole movement, the old vibe, the old rhythm, the pattern the counter pattern,
yep,
the undergirding, yes, everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I saw the other day, I was looking at a documentary, and I watched Marcus Miller being backed up by a French symphony orchestra, bro. I mean, boy, it was something else. And these guys were actually, it was synchronizing, and and it's coming back and forth. And these are seasoned string arrangers and string, and they are some of the best of the French orchestra. And French people came out in the droves to watch this brother Marcus Miller, the same guy who did Never Too Much with the late Luther Vandross. So you got to understand, when we need to stop.
Go on.
When you seen Justin Bieber doing a collaboration with All I Want for Christmas, and then Michael Bublé doing doing a rendition of it, and then you have a cover on Glee, Glee. So that means what actually happened now is actually become it's going to be versions done of it. It's become a standard. It's now a standard. When something becomes a standard, it could go in any direction. It could go. They could do it in rock. Can you imagine doing All I Want for Christmas in symphony, bro? That means that and jazz. They have some serious jazz, bro. Kicking that, bro.
Do some next versions of his tracks, man. And there's nothing wrong with them remixes, man.
Yeah, no. And then you have it. You having a choir, and you having symphony doing that. Ooh.
Different thing, brother.
I've just stretching people's imagination where we think out the box and start. That's another thing. What's fascinating about the Mary J. Blige and Mariah Carey and so on, they think out the box and they go and break new ground constantly. They're pushing, discovering, pushing this, that. Why not we do this? Look, okay, both you and I, what we're doing is breaking ground. Because I'm looking back and I said, good Lord, the amount of we've done 3-part series of LA Babyface and man, that's serious. Because I'm looking back, you should see the response we're getting on Facebook, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man, not ready.
They say what? We
bro,
look, bro. I'm telling you better be prepared, because this is gonna explode like nuts.
And guys, there's nothing but some crazy work.
The body of work that you've done in a space. We've done this in a space of what, 7-8 months?
Yeah, we started just after it was. I remember coming. It was kind of. Oh Lord, when was it, man? I was just going through it, man. It was before I moved over here, so I would say early last year. So yeah, it wasn't too bad, because I remember I was having my in the first couple of conversations and we're getting into it, and yeah, man, it was early 2020, bro, and and look,
you are, bro.
Here we are.
Look, and the thing about it, it is original material, where a professor in artist management and so on said this can be used as a platform for study, because it's not, we're not talking information that cannot be validated and backed up. It is there.
It's 100% there.
It is there. It's you just check that. That is just what you're checking about Mariah Carey is just tip of the iceberg, bro. It's tip of the iceberg.
And I think
I
think people have to realize these conversations are going to be perfect for students or people who want to study.
Of course.
Because I think that for me, the reason why I'm doing this is for people to say, okay, right, I haven't got a clue about this, so they can press this video now and then they can just listen back to it, or listen back to this footage and inspire them to now, oh my gosh, this is the basis for me now to go and do my study. It gives them a good listenable information to go and do their story, understand the art, and be proud of who they are, especially as black people, to be proud that we have contributed to this world. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we've been told that we just been given a little chance and they give us an opportunity on stage. No, we made that music. We orchestrated it. You know what I'm saying?
We know that Aretha Franklin in 67 was the biggest selling female artist of the day.
67, you know, bro. 67.
She, remember, from one album, I Never Another Man, The Way I Love You, that with the singles did 3.5 million copies. And in 67, that is phenomenal from a female artist, much as a black artist, female black artist.
It's crazy.
What?
Jeez.
And and we go from 1967 to now, where a female black artist, mixed race, female black artist with black origin, take one single
and
from
take over.
And take over clean. It just
incredible, bro. Incredible. You'd have to say, man. So, guys, you know, we got to whisk off because I know our times come to a close. Kevin, thanks again for dropping this information. We'll conversate to see what our next area is going to be, because we just got sweet up when we mentioned Mary J. Blige. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's going to be the ladies.
lady.
You know what I'm saying?
Because Mary J. Blige is the anthem of the 90s in terms of woman liberation and struggle. The black woman, you know, she's iconic. Okay, anyhow.
Yeah, man.
Let's stop right there.
We will we'll reminisce of
we're just wetting their appetite.
Listen. But anyway, you don't get myself too excited. But listen, we're gonna listen to some great gospel music right about now on the station. But anyway,
we gotta go back to our roots.
100%. But listen, guys, thanks for listening in. Hey, guys, if you're watching it on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and all these different things out there still anyway. So yeah, well, keep supporting us. Support Kevin and his books. The amazing books are there on Amazon. If you just put in Kevin Tomlin, you'll find him out there. You know what I'm saying? To sound right there. He has his book right there on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Right, so you can't get that wrong. That's saying, trust me, there's a signature look to these books.
This is the Muscle Show one now. The icons of Muscle Show. Yes.
All right. This is how we do it, man. This is how we do it. Bro. So listen, thanks again, Kevin.
How we do it.
Over and out, Roger and Kevin Tomlin. Bless you.
Peace and love, brother. Peace and love. Blessings.
Hey, this is your bishop from Rock Solid. Thank you so much for watching us on YouTube. Thank you so much for clicking and subscribing, and also sending these videos to other people as well. We are so hungry to get your support. So remember, check us out on our website, and also check us out on Insta and wherever you want to find us. On Spotify, you can play us all day as well. And just make sure that you are supporting this channel, that we are developing our agenda towards music of black origin, and that is gospel music with a message. So please walk with us on this journey. Bye now.